Through their KDP Select program, Kindle Direct Publishing gives self-published authors the ability to offer their book for free for 5 days. You get this 5-day perk within every 90-day cycle. And there are a lot of different reasons why you would want to make your book free for 5 days, which I covered in a previous video as part of this series. But there are also a bunch of great reasons to not make your books free for your audience. So we will get right into all of that in this video. What's going on, guys? Marc Guberti here, and this is the channel for self-published authors and content creators looking to expand their platform. So if you like the sound of that, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you don't miss a future video. Now, when it comes to making your books free, I did talk about the pros in that previous video I mentioned earlier, but there are a lot of reasons why you would not want to make your books free. Now, the obvious reason people think of right away is that when the book is free, you don't make money from the book. People can buy the book at $0 for free, and you don't get a royalty on that because people got it for free. So people would rather say, let me get a few sales coming in each day rather than get a surge of like 1,000 readers who don't pay a single penny for the book. And that's the logic behind this argument. You want to be continuing to get the royalties. Now, sometimes it does make sense in this scenario to welcome those thousands of new readers, but for some of your books, it makes sense to never make them free again. And the thing with KDP free promotions is that it's really on a book-by-book basis. So I have some books that I will keep doing KDP free promos for at the moment. There are other books that I'm never going to touch with a KDP free promo ever again. So you want to figure out what those books are. What are the books that they are already doing fine with sales, and you don't want to do a free promo that brings in free readers when your sales are already doing good. A free promo is either a way to get more reviews, a way to give your book an extra jump start during its launch, or a way to bring a dead book back to life. Those are like the only 3 reasons why you would want to do a KDP free promo. And there are different things that happen when people are reading your book that make the free promo worth it from a monetary standpoint. But understand that there are some books you never want to have free because they have a lot of valuable content. A lot of people are buying them, and you do have like more than 10 reviews for your book. Now, another reason to not make your books for free is because you may have some Amazon ads running in the background for one of your books. So for one of my books, like Podcast Domination, which is doing very well on Amazon, it's got a bunch of different ads running for it. It's able to get sales on its own. It doesn't make sense for me to make that book free because I'm sacrificing not just people who would have bought it anyway, but all those ad dollars are now giving me a total loss. Like, I'm not able to recoup any of that money. So when you have the Amazon ads running for a book, you really don't want to make it free anymore. And you can say, well, I could just turn off the ads for a few days. But if you do turn off the ad, especially if these ads are really good, there's no guarantee that when you turn them back on, they keep performing the way they did. When you turn off an ad, there is a chance that it suddenly becomes a very bad ad when you turn it on. So that's one of those scenarios where you could have an ad that's really cranking and doing good. You turn it off, and then you have one of those past results does not guarantee future successes. Now, if you are in a scenario where you have a book that has done very well, maybe it is on a decline in sales, and it has good reviews, you've got good testimonials, making it free isn't the right option. The better option, especially if you're doing ads, is to do a KDP countdown deal. So instead of saying, let me make my book free for 5 days, let me make it 99 cents for a few days, let me make it $1.99 for some more days. If your book is higher than $2.99, then $2.99 could be that price point for a few days. And using a Kindle countdown deal can definitely bring some old books back to life without having to resort to the free option and without transitioning from the Amazon sales rank for paid books, which is where you want to be and where you want to be doing well, versus the Amazon sales rank for free books, where you can get a lot of exposure there, but your book, all the traction you get on that category is going to be taken away when your book transitions from free to paid. So Kindle Countdown Deal does really good at being able to help you get the sales for a book that isn't doing well and bring it back to life instead of the free option. Now, if your book just isn't doing that well at all and it doesn't have that many reviews, then a free promotion may be the better play. And another reason to consider that most people don't think of is in order to get the 5-day free promotion, you have to enroll your book in the KDP Select program, which I strongly recommend for the majority of authors. But the issue with KDP Select, and it's good that they only do they refresh it every 90 days. So it's not like you're locked in for several years. But the issue with KDP Select is that you have to commit to only publishing your ebook on the Amazon platform. So you can't sell it on your own website. You can't put it up on Apple iBooks. You can't do Google's option. You are committed to Amazon.com. And that's going to be good for a lot of people, again, because the KDP Select gives you a lot of great options. Amazon is the dominant player when it comes to self-publishing. But if your book is doing so well and you're starting to get this really big presence, especially if you want to be like a USA Today or Wall Street Journal bestseller, you have to publish your ebook edition in other places, not just on Amazon. So that's where it makes sense to unenroll from KDP Select, which means you can't do a free promotion anymore, but you should only be doing this for books that are performing so well on Amazon that they're getting sales on their own. You could still have the ads running for them, but they're doing so well. And you know that just by doing some promotion on iBooks or Google books will give you that leverage, which will help you get more discovered on those platforms. So that's where it makes sense to diversify your books and put them on different places instead of just relying on Amazon. If you then fall into a scenario where your book isn't performing as well, and you can't do the Kindle Countdown Deal because that's also part of KDP Select's program, what you can do is just decide to price your book at 99 cents or some really low price and just go into KDP manually and just change the price. And when you are happy with the amount of sales that's coming in, you can then change the price back to its regular retail. So for instance, I can go in, I can change it to 99 cents, and I can say for a limited time, my book's now selling on Amazon for just 99 cents. Make sure you grab your copy. And that's going to get initial momentum back for that book. So you don't necessarily need the Kindle Countdown Deal to bring back awareness for your book. It helps a lot if you have that capability, but you can just as easily go back into the KDP dashboard and change the price that way. Now, with the Kindle Countdown Deal, you make 70% of your book royalties, regardless of how you price it. So if you have like a $3.99 book that's priced at 99 cents, you make 70% of that 99 cents because the original price is that 70% threshold. When you change the price of your book to whatever to 99 cents, it's just 35%. So we're honestly not talking about a ton of a difference in terms of book royalties, and this is short term. So in my opinion, it doesn't really make too much of a difference with the 99-cent price point because it's pretty negligible, like the difference. And then you're just bringing it back up to its retail price once you have the initial sales coming in. So now that you know all the different reasons why you should not be using KDP's free 5-day promotion strategy, you can watch my other video if you haven't already, where I talk about reasons why you should and why it can help you with your author platform, because it's very dependent on a book by book basis. And if you want to get more book sales, definitely make sure you subscribe, because that's what we talk about on this channel all the time. And if you do leave a comment, I do make it a point to respond. So signing off, dream big, achieve greatness, and unlock your potential today. Do you want to sow the seeds of your best self? Are you looking to accomplish more than you thought was possible? It all starts with a plan, and Oat Productivity has the ultimate personal agile planners that will help you become your best self. The undated, executive-sized 6-month planners provide an intuitive framework for goal setting, task tracking, and self-reflection. featuring a calendar, weekly spreads, notes, pages, and a variety of trackers. Use it to record appointments, habits, mood, water, sleep, and more. Get your planner today at oatproductivity.com.